Hello everyone and welcome back to Tea Time Crochet. Today we're going to be starting the first of the tutorials for my gift giving series. So I wanted to do, for the month of December, I wanted to do tutorials for things that you could give out as gifts for Christmas. So they're going to be, fairly easy tutorials and things that you could whip up really, fairly fast. For today's tutorial, we're kind of gonna do the beauty version of it. So I have this face scrubber here, and it would be best to make it in sets of 4 or 6. So that way, they have more than one, and it'll get them through most of the week. And these seem to be pretty popular lately, so I've kind of come up with my own design for it. Basically, the center is exactly how we start a hat. So the first 3 rows are identical to how we start our basic beanie. And then I added this scalloped edge, which is really simple. You could whip up, the entire set in probably about an hour. But this is what it looks like, and I just chose pink because I'm going to give this to my oldest daughter, and she loves pink, so that's why I chose pink. And these are in cotton yarn, so they'll be very durable, and they wash and dry really easily. But this is what it looks like. So the things that you're going to need are some cotton yarn. I'm using Peaches and Cream. I'm simply using this because this is the only cotton yarn that is available to me in my area. I have not been able to make it to Joann's. Joann's probably has some different types of cotton yarn, but that's the next town over, and I just have not been able to make it there. So I just grabbed this at Walmart. It works just as well, but it is the brand Peaches and Cream, and it is a 2.5 ounce skein. Keep in mind that if you're going to use any variegated, that they are smaller skeins in the Peaches and Cream. They're only 2 ounces in the variegated color. And this one's just pastel pink, and it requires a 5mm hook, so that's what I'm going to use today. And it's just a number 4 worsted weight yarn. So, like I said, you're going to need a 5mm hook. If you're using a different yarn and it requires a different hook, so just go ahead and use whatever hook your yarn requires. But, normally with anything that's a number 4 worsted, it'll be either a 5mm or a 5.5. And then you're going to need some scissors and a yarn needle. You'll have to excuse my voice is a little croaky today. So if I clear my throat a lot, I apologize for that. So we're just going to start off with a slip knot. And I don't work with cotton yarn very often, so I am struggling with it a little bit because it is a lot stiffer than, your typical acrylic. But that's just me. So if I seem to be struggling, that's why. So I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to slip stitch to join in this first chain here. Just going to want to try and pull that tight a little bit, and we're going to start off with a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You could do a chain 2 here. You could do a single crochet chain 1, but just to simplify things, I'm just going to do a chain 3. And we're going to put 11 more double crochets into that ring. So just like that. And you want to keep pushing them over as you start to fill up the ring. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to count them and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch into the top of this chain 3 here. And if you don't like the space that it causes here, you can do a single crochet chain 1 and that will take care of that. But you know, no one's really going to notice. So once again, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put another one double crochet into that same space. So one double crochet into that space. So we have our chain 1 and then one double crochet, and in the next stitch we're going to put 2 double crochets, and we're going to do that in every stitch around. So we have our chain 3 here, and then one double crochet into that first stitch. In the next stitch we have 2 double crochets, and in every stitch around we're going to put 2 double crochets. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing that by putting 2 double crochets in every stitch until I get back to where I started, and then I will meet up with you there. Okay, so I've put my last 2 stitches in that last stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch to join on the top of this chain 3. So just like that. And then I'm going to chain 3 again, 1, 2, and 3, and then in the next stitch we're going to put 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2, and in the next stitch we're going to put 1 double crochet, and in the next we're going to put 2. So that is our repeat for this row. So once again, that's a chain 3 here, and in the next stitch we're going to put 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, 2 double crochets, and in the next stitch will be 1 double crochet, and I'm going to repeat that all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will meet up with you when I get to my last stitch here. Okay, I've completed my last stitch here, which is 2 double crochets. So I'm going to slip stitch to join at the top of this chain 3, and that is pretty much the body of our scrubber. So now we're going to go on to the shell portion, which is this really pretty edging right here, and that's just going to give it you know, a pretty look. So we're going to chain 1 here, and then we're going to go into that same stitch, and we're going to do a half double crochet, and then a double crochet into the same stitch, and then a half double crochet, and then a single crochet. And then in this next stitch, which is right here, we're going to slip stitch, and we're going to pull that tight. So we started off with a chain 1, 1 half double, 1 double crochet, 1 half double, and 1 single crochet, and then we slip stitch to join in the next stitch. So we're going to repeat that all the way around. So in this, we're going to move over to this next stitch. So we have our slip stitch in this stitch, and we're going to go to the next stitch, and we're going to single crochet, and we're going to be working all of the stitches into this same stitch. So we're going to half double crochet and double crochet, and then half double crochet, and then single crochet, all into that same stitch. And then we're going to pull it this way a little bit, because this next stitch can kind of get hidden underneath all these stitches. So we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and we're going to pull that tight, and we are just going to repeat that all the way around. So I'm going to do a few more with you just to make sure that everyone understands. So we're going to go into the next stitch and do a single crochet, and then a half double crochet, a double crochet, a half double crochet, and a single crochet, all into that same stitch. And then we're going to pull it that way and slip stitch into the next stitch. So what that slip stitch does is we start off small over here, and we're connected on this side from the previous slip stitch. So what this does is just completes out the roundness of the scallop or shell, whichever you prefer to call it. So in the next stitch we're going to do a single crochet, 1 half double, 1 double crochet, 1 half double, and 1 single, and then slip stitch in the next stitch. So I hope that made sense. So in the next stitch we're going to do a single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 single, and then slip stitch in the next. And we are going to repeat that all the way around until we get to the end. I'm going to go ahead and complete all of those until I get to my last shell, and then I'll come back and I'll help you with the ending. Okay, I've made it to my last stitch, or my last shell here, which is my last stitch. So I'm just going to single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet. It's going to get tight now, so you might want to just tuck this one back, and then single crochet. And then to make it all nice and neat, we're going to slip stitch to join in this space right here. It's at the base of the first shell. We're just going to pull that tight, and then I'm going to fasten off. So there is the scrubber completed. It kind of looks like a little flower, and that's what I was going for. It's very pretty and feminine, but it's still very useful, and I think that if you gave, you know, a set of them as a gift, I think, you know, they would like it a lot. I'm pretty sure my oldest daughter is going to really like these. She doesn't have anything like this, so I thought that this would be a nice gift to give away. And then in the next video that will be posted today too, I'm going to be making a little makeup bag that you can, you know, you can whip it up really quickly, and then you could put, you know, a few makeup items in it. The Dollar Tree is really great for that, finding, you know, really inexpensive makeup items. I love to shop at the Dollar Tree, but you could always, you know, just go to Walmart or whatever and, you know, choose a small eyeshadow palette and some lipstick, and then toss it in that bag, and, you know, give these two as a gift together with those few little things, and I think anyone would love to get it. But that's what it looks like. So then the only other thing you'll have to do is hide your tails and then make up a few more. So I want to thank you for watching and have a great day.